1 year ago today. Jacob Blake shot by a Kenosha police officer during a domestic incident.
The shooting prompted days of protests and evenings of unrest, fires, and the shooting deaths of 2 protesters. Fox 6's Bill Miston live in Kenosha tonight with just how the community is remembering the events and still working to move forward. Bill?
Good evening, Mary and Ted. Healing still being sought here in the city, especially here in the city's uptown neighborhood in the days of protests and nights of unrest that followed that shooting. Now, the DA did clear the officers of all wrongdoing in that case, but tonight, a number of things happening here at one of the gas stations, starting here at one of the gas stations in the uptown neighborhood. Clergy holding moments of reflection and a planned prayer walk through the neighborhood. You can see people joining here and gathering where this is set to begin at 5 o'clock tonight. The neighborhood, though, still bearing the scars from the wounds of that week a year ago. But for some young people that I spoke with today, there is hope.
For people like you, for people who are not people of color, it goes away. But for me, this is my life. I still have to think about this.
Realistically, I want to have optimism, I really do. But at the same time, it's just like a battle we keep on fighting.
Deron Green, Nakaya Hughes, along with Shania Martin and Anaya Irvin, sharing their thoughts of the last year at Civic Center Park, which became the focal point of days and nights of protests and unrest that began a year ago. Kenosha police officers were responding to a domestic incident on August 23rd and said Jacob Blake, who had a warrant out for his arrest, was armed with a knife, which Blake later admitted. Officers used a taser, but it didn't work. And when Blake opened the door to a car, Officer Rustin Chesky, who is white, said he feared Blake would stab him and shot Blake 7 times, 4 in the back. The shooting sparked protests and nights of unrest. Several businesses, like an auto sales lot, a furniture store, and several properties in Uptown went up in blazes. 2 protesters were also shot and killed. Prosecutors have charged a white Illinois man with killing Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum. In January, the district attorney cleared all the officers of any criminal wrongdoing in the Blake shooting.
I just really feel that we still have a lot more to learn from, a lot more to grow with, but we are on the right track.
Since those events, Wisconsin lawmakers passing several bipartisan policing reform bills. A sense, though, of cautious optimism and hoping that sense of community continues.
Instead of reading history, we are becoming history. So there's no blueprint, there's no right way to do it, there's no wrong way to do it, except not coming together.
And people coming together right now here in the Uptown neighborhood, where there's going to be a number of things this week for this 1 year since the Jacob Blake shooting. This is the Uptown Days of Healing, United Healing here at the Kenosha gas stop, where there will be members of clergy and speakers and music being played, and then eventually a prayer walk through the Uptown neighborhood. Now, in March, Blake filed a federal civil rights lawsuit against Officer Rustin Chesky, alleging excessive force in that shooting. Chesky returned to duty this past April. Reporting in Kenosha, Bill Miston, Fox 6 News.
All right, Bill, thank you.